No paper money in the times of Babylon, just slaves, gold, and rich people. No matter what work you do, the moral results are the same. Being a modern self-choice slave with less responsibilities or a small business owner, with time and some more money. The way you work show your attitude and motivation for work. The rest of the journey are numbers and innovation. Good job, well done. Well done. Doing a good quality work, even if it is not paid enough, even if it is tough, or not appreciated. Remember that the divinity, the unwritten rules of universe, the karma, the life itself, together with the honest people that know your effort, struggle and motivation, the pure self-esteem, the good intention behind your work, will pay off one day. Somehow, and you will understand the why of work ethic. Ask older people about how to work. You have to trust the process and to do your work. You can have a better life if you change the way you work, change the job work you do, and the work mindset. Check out the talks in description. This talk has 2 parts, 7 results of a good work ethic, and part 2. The story about work, the story that changed my life. Welcome to Original Enriched Talks YouTube channel, useful and honest life talks, motivational pictures, motivational prints and ebooks, music and other ideas. Just to help people like you. Through sharing my experiences and recording my life legacy. Either is a high-paid skill you master, or just doing an unqualified work. The work ethic is the same and the moral and social results are the same. Principle number 1. The more you do the good job, you gain experience and skills become habits, the moves become routines and body reflexes, meaning. Reflexes are automatic, unlearned, and nearly instantaneous actions or movements of the body that happen as a reaction to a stimulus, in our case. Repeated good work systems. Repeated thoughts create mind patterns and can transform into live actions, getting materialized. Number 2. If you do a good quality of work, respecting norms, requirements, rules, and processes, your work ethic experience will grow, like the compound debt of everything that is created. If you work with hate, doing a poor quality work, you plant problems that will turn into cactuses for soul, mind, and work environment. Problems for you and others, and for the company. Principle number 3. If you do a good job, you don't have to repeat the task, you don't need to find excuses, or to give up. Make quality and everyone will be satisfied, your customer, your employer, yourself, your colleagues, the society and community, even God. Result number 4. Having a good working mindset. 20 examples in the description of this talk. A good working mindset and motivation will make older people to trust you and to share their work secrets with you. You become a hope for continuity, and with that secrets you can be the best in your domain. Young people ignore and disrespect older workers, still. They have all the experience and knowledge that arrogant youngsters cannot comprehend. Number 5. Doing a good quality work keeps you healthy, your mind, body and soul healthy, and also heal and cures the ugly, the bad, and the lazy in the one that works, you that is working. A good work is the will of God, in the Christian teachings. Number 6. Positive feedback. A good work adds value to the product, the service you offer, the company, and a value of your legacy as worker. It builds a feedback in the memory of your colleagues, employer, customers, people you collaborate with, and the most important thing. It created doors for new opportunities, contracts, ideas and publicity for you as human being good worker. Even in the story that you will find in the end of this talk. A good working slave has enough food, has gained respect from his owner, and he can grow in the slave hierarchy, even become free one day. Everyone will have good words to say about you, and recommend you. It is your $1 million resume. 7. You feel confident, empowered, enthusiasm, joy. And from a good quality work, you make place for inventions, innovations, optimization, new collaborations, new ideas, usefulness. Doing a good quality work, even if it is not paid enough, it is tough, or not appreciated. The divinity, the unwritten rules of universe, the karma. The honest people that see your effort and motivation, the pure self-esteem, the good intention behind your work, will pay off one day. You have to trust the process and to your work. The story that changed my life and work ethic. story is about a slave from Babylon. The slave was for sale in the market for slaves of Babylon, and if no one wanted to buy him in that day, he will be sold to the emperor and surely will die due hard work. Building the walls of Babylon city. Many slaved were bored, not motivated, and sold for pennies because they were lazy. The slave in our talk was desperate. He knew his potential and work mindset motivation. A good working slave will always have a good life, even can grow in the hierarchy of slaves. Near the end of the day, a man approached his seller and asked for a slave with experience in baking industry. This slave heard the conversation and asked the possible buyer, "Why not teach a young and strong slave like me, the skills only you know? I am willing to learn and work hard to make you gold." My owner started negotiating. I felt like a fat bull sold for slaughter. Still, I knew this was my only chance to survive and escape from dying working for the emperor. After learning the skills and gaining trust from his new owner, in his free time, he started working after work and make his own money, still remaining a slave and hoping to be free one day. The story is from the book called The Richest Man in Babylon, published in 1926. This book, written by George S. Clason, that dispenses financial advice through a collection of parables set 4,097 years ago in ancient Babylon. After I read this book, work has become my best friend, and no matter how miserable and dirty, tough, consuming, motivating or not my job is, I do it with respect. I gained my bread, I learn from problems and mistakes, after many experiences that I managed well and resist not to quit, post-traumatic stress and other work experiences, and sacrifices. Few holidays, waking up at 4 a.m. daily, a hardcore capitalist company. I saw God's protection from work accidents, and the blessing of receiving good money for my work. I grew in the eyes of my employer, just like in the story I mentioned early in this talk. And after 6 years, I was moved to an upper job, due to some strange life circumstances. The machine I was working on burned out. Meanwhile working 3 months I did dirty jobs, anything to keep this working place, and then a young colleague quit from logistic department. And I was moved there, because I love to organize things and keep clean the place I work, and I discover a passion for working with a 10 tons crane. After almost 17 years of work, I am truly thankful for this new life stage I am living. And because I have plenty of time to think and create, meanwhile working, I can cultivate inner peace and health. 20 years ago, when I was young, we were so hungry that we've worked for food and just to learn something, some skills, just to enter a company or a money-making system. Now people have job offers, free training programs, salaries, free money for business ideas, free tools, and money parents. But the new generations of people have a huge absence, shortage of inner motivation, and the fear of choosing where to start. In a variety of work opportunities and cities to live. You're welcome.